Alright, my people, it's been a while. It's been a little while. So I know my new approach was gonna be a more inclusive sort of conversation with the audience that I've now gathered over the past couple of months. But I choose to do it. I choose to post another video at this time, particularly because I've had some issues in more recent times. For those who are on my page, you know that my grandmother would have passed and all that. So I'm handling all of that first before, I run into this. But I promise you, because, a lot of folks who takes interest in what I'm saying has a lot to say, either in addition to or a rebuttal or whatever the case may be, and it requires conversation, a conversation that I'm willing to have. When we type, people put tone to words, and it may be misconstrued, misunderstood, and it's not my intention, right? So when we talk face to face, and what I'm going to launch is Come Make We Talk on Facebook Live. Then we can have a conversation and we can flesh out. We can either agree with each other or agree to disagree, with whatever the case may be. But the things I'm going to touch on today, right, which I think is absolutely important, is the injustice that continues to wreak in Jamaica. I should have discussed this matter a couple weeks ago, but as I said, things happen. But I'm going to point it out now. For those who followed my last video, shortly after my last video, it so happened that I saw a Gleaner article of a particular businessman who drives a particular BMW X6 and was implicated in a murder of a young man, innocent young man, shot and killed. And because of him being a part of the upper echelon of society, and is able to afford the biggest of liars and the most, I don't know what to call them, but the biggest of liars, let's just leave it at that. And as far as I'm concerned, was advised not to turn over the firearm which was used to murder this young man, right? This particular businessman went to jail for 6 months, served 6 months, and was released, walked out of prison after 6 months, right? Now, can you imagine? So he has not been brought to justice for the crime that he allegedly, and I'm going to use it carefully, because if he has enough money to walk out of jail for 6 months, I'm certain he has enough money to sew the shirt off of my back. So it is alleged that he shot and killed this young man in front of the taxi. And up to this minute, there has been no justice, and there will be no justice for that, because he has served 6 months and he's now free to roam the streets. While in the come, have a corporal by the name of Kevin Adams on the Maypen police station, Clarendon Division, who has been deemed to be a part of what they call, the hit squad, or whatever squad they want to call it. I don't care. The police officer has been in custody for 4 years and is unable to get bail. Now remember, people, I know some people like to misunderstand what I'm saying. I am not saying Income should release the man free of charge. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the gentleman should not go to court for the alleged crime that they allege that he commits. I am saying he has been in custody for 4 God Almighty years. A serving member. 4 years. And people of Jamaica, we're going to stop beat around bush. If there was enough evidence to send this policeman to prison, he would have been in prison already. Let's be truthful. If there was enough evidence to send the policeman to prison, he would have been in prison. How long did it take before they sentenced him to prison? And the evidence that was against Vybz Kartel was more circumstantial than anything else. And there was enough evidence to send Vybz Kartel to prison. After how long? Very short time. So if there was enough evidence for them to send Corporal Kevin Adams to prison. He would have been in prison by now. But since I am not within the court system, and I don't know what contains in the case file, I am still saying, why is a gentleman in custody for 4 years and cannot get bail? And on a little thieving businessman friend, because he have him hold up money, can hire fool lawyer friend, go to prison for 6 months and come out and won't even answer to the actual charge that was laid against him initially. This is the sort of injustice that exists in Jamaica today. And this is why the system will never get better. Because people point finger here and there and nobody now point finger upon the actual problem that exists. The man them can contribute to, what them call it? Campaign funding. So the minute you can contribute 10 or 15 million to campaign funding, now you control things. Whereas regular everyday Jamaica don't have access to them sort of expeditious justice. Huh? Talk to me. Don't tell me now. Oh, enough people are going to talk. Not really enough. Just a few that talk sort of nonsense for what I say. But listen to me, I say carefully. Because it might happen to you, it might happen to your relative. Right? I am not saying release the police officer. I am not saying, him not to face the courts. But I'm saying, why is he in custody for 4 years without bail? And a man who has been charged for murder, and they have to drop the charges because he refused to hand over his firearm for inspection. Refused to hand over the firearm. Which you and I both know what is going to happen if that firearm is handed over. And let's not even mention the corruption that existed with his file. Listen to me now, man. Ah, boy. Injustice. I remember, man, injustice for one, man, is injustice for all, man. Right? So we have to split justice. You have to speak the truth. You have to stand up for what is right. Right? We're going to move on to another situation. And I'm not done with this Corporal Kevin Adams situation. I don't think I'm going to roll over and play that. Right? I'm going to go as far as get some more information. Because as far as I get so far, I'm going to put it out there because people need to understand. Remember the particular man we charged for murder the young man in the taxi. Refused to hand over him gun. Right? So him got prison for failure to hand over him firearm or failure to follow the instructions and serve 6 months and come out. I know them charge the police. They have charged the police 4 years ago for something. When the two gun them that was believed to be in charge, believed to be used in the murder of the young man, where them charged the police for, were recovered and wanted men in Clarendon. One in Clarendon, I think one in some other parish. But one in Clarendon, the operation not carried out by Clarendon police. So there's no conspiracy in it. Operation carried out by a different unit in Kingston. Came to Clarendon in search of wanted men, found him. There was, I don't know if he was shot and killed or whatever the case may be, but the gun was recovered. And when the firearm check was done, when the ballistic check was done, it was revealed that this is the same firearm that was used in the murder that the policeman is charged for and in custody. Yeah? But the policeman in custody for 4 years. A man decides to say, nah, I'm over for him gun and go serve 6 months and come out. This is somehow now. Anyway, Minister Montague, I'm going to address you now. I see your article in the paper of you talking about cops leaving the force because they've been paid more by other police services across the Caribbean. Really? It don't take rocket science to nobody realize that if I'm being offered more for my service, I'm going to go. This is not happening now. This has been happening for decades. It's not just police. Nurses are leaving too. The brain drain in Jamaica has been happening for the longest while. Teachers are leaving too. So until successive governments pay attention to their civil servants and realize that it's important, it is imperative that you pay the... Do you understand what like nurses go through and teachers go through? Let's put police aside for a minute. You know that nurses first, paid 1 point something million at the university, whether University of West Indies, University of Technology, Northern Caribbean University, or if they even go to community college and then move on to university, over $1 million to get their degree. And then when they come to work at Kingston Public Hospital or University Hospital or whichever hospital they have been paid, mediocre pay. Garbage money. Because if they should go home with the pay, the monthly pay without doing one additional session, if they're not allowed to do an additional session, our we know as overtime people, if they're not allowed to do an additional session, or a couple of additional sessions for make up their money, they can't even pay a mortgage for them buy a house. Can't even pay a mortgage, must have to pay back student loan, and the student loan and say, oh, we're going to publish pictures of delinquent people. Go and publish it, it don't make no difference. Right? People now get proper pay for pay back. Where am I going to use pay you? What are they going to use pay you? So sit down and negotiate properly with the people and tell people about they must accept this and accept that. Listen to me, man. Things rough on road, man. People have it hard every day out the road, man. It's not an easy road. And if you see people go through tirelessly, nurses and teachers go to university tirelessly, right? Borrow money, beg money. And then you come on road as a proud, you're a proud teacher, you're a proud nurse, and you put in the work and you can get mediocre money for care guy yard. Come on, man. Joke thing with the pun. Now I can move on to another topic. Now, as I put out on my Facebook page the other day, that I heard some whispers about who's going to be the next commissioner of police. And I'm going to use the name because there's no confirmation. But a lot of you would have heard the names being bantered about. So yes, it is within my little circle that I heard that a particular major general from the former chief of staff of the army will be named as the next commissioner of police. But not only that, he is going to come with 3 other members of the JDF to be his assistant and his this and his that. No, Minister Montague, Prime Minister, Public Police Service Commission. Let me tell you this. If there's going to come a day when the head of the JCF is an outside member and the deputies are all outside members, you're simply saying to the members within the JCF that you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. You are only going to be promoted to probably a superintendent and that's it. You have served 30, 35 years within the force and there is no possibility of you running the force. If you start that absolute nonsense, I'm telling you that. And you all have tried putting in members of the JDF at the head of the force already twice. I don't know if it's more in my recollection. I remember twice. Right? Colonel Macmillan and Rear Admiral had the low, and it didn't change anything. Today, I saw a couple newspapers issuing praises for the police force for being in the streets for the past couple weeks or past couple weekends, whatever the case may be. Occupying public space, I said it already in one of my videos. Occupying public space is how you stem crime. It is how you stem crime. You have to so you need to hire more police first and foremost. But before you run to hire more police, you have to start paying them better so them can stay. No make no sense. Police are come and collect so look at chum change for God them yard. Them are pay for mine. Mark if you pay gas put on the car. What happen? You gonna pack up and left. What do you think? What that gonna happen? So you have to occupy police, you have to occupy public space in order to deter crime. You won't stop it totally, but you can postpone it little. And in the postponement to make eventually stop it, eradicate it. You understand? So get me. This influx of outside people. And I was going to address the rumor of people talking about using businessmen from private sector. I'm tired to tell you guys, I'm going to say it again. The police force is not a private business. And it cannot be run like a business. So take that nonsense out of here. I can tell you point blank. Absolute nonsense, and it won't work. It can't work. Whilst the trying of the JDF member may seem to to probably give you some results. No businessman going as a commissioner of police will ever give you any result. I can almost guarantee you that. Because half of the time you have to spend the time learning the operations of the force first before you can implement any strategy. Any strategy whatsoever. So if you really want your force to be a further demoralized and further drop arms, continue along the path of putting in this influx of outside persons, sending the message that if I am now a member of the JCF, I have nowhere to go except for a superintendent of police. I have person that I've trained with in 2002 that went to training with me in 2002 who are currently today assistant superintendent of police and inspectors of police, which means they're just a couple rank away from superintendent. And if you are going to tell them that when you reach superintendent, that is it for you, remember that this year would have made it 16 years. I think 16 years I'm a member of the JCF. And if fortunately for them, for I say at 20 years they reach the rank of superintendent, they have another 10 or 15 good years to give in the force, and you're going to tell them that they're going to be stuck as superintendent. That's it. What do you think is going to happen? And probably that's exactly what is happening now, where a lot of persons are dropping arms in the force. I hear me, people, wake up. It's not going to work. Minister, Honorable Minister Montague, is not going to work. I know I can't change your mind. You're going to try it. You know what I mean? Fine by me. If I want to take one person as the commissioner of police, I can't stop nobody from doing that. But I'm going to say to you, the idea of bringing 3 additional persons with him is going to get some hard knocking. Look out for it. I'm telling you. All right.